Hi everybody, I hope everyone is doing well. So today's reading is going to be about Kim Porter, who was the girlfriend of Diddy, Sean Combs, and had children with him. She died in 2018 from what they say was a pneumonia, but there are conspiracies around her death. Some people believe that she was murdered because she was writing a tell-all book about Diddy. She was 47 when she died. So the reason I am doing this reading is because if you didn't know, Diddy's been all over the news. His houses were raided. He's being accused of sex trafficking. And I always wanted to look into the murder of Kim Porter just because she was seemingly healthy, and then to die from pneumonia always seemed a bit odd to me. Like, why didn't you go to the hospital? But so we're gonna start with her and then maybe look into the raid on another reading. So the bottom of the deck, mental conflict in reverse. So I feel like when she died, she was at peace. But I also feel like her death has nothing to do with relieving any sort of mental conflict. So that makes me feel like it wasn't about the tell-all book, per se. So we shall shuffle and look a little deeper. The last time I checked, they were saying that Diddy was on the run. I don't know if he's actually been arrested. If you could let me know in the comments, that would be wonderful. Disruption in reverse. Authority. It's like you don't mess with the powers that be. This could also represent God to me. It's like you can't stop God. Like, if it's your time to go, then you're gonna go. And that could be maybe why she was at peace with her passing. She had the belief, like, God is in control. And you leave this earth when you are meant to. And that's okay. That could also go nefarious, and it could be said that you don't mess with the powers that be on this earth. Base chakra in reverse, meaning Diddy. Disruption. I just heard, I don't disrupt. Don't disrupt? That makes me feel like Kim knew her place. She wasn't a troublemaker. So maybe this tell-all book was something that was not even in existence. Or the tell-all part wasn't part of the story. Memories of love in reverse. Emotional loss. Like, the feeling I'm getting is like she had no hard feelings towards him. Like, she wasn't holding a grudge against him. Or not one that she was gonna speak publicly about Firm foundation in reverse. Memories of love. Yeah, like, if she did that, she knew she would put herself in a bad position. Yeah, the feeling I get is like she was not the one that would, do what Cassie did per se. Like, there would be no lawsuits with her. There would be no accusations because she wanted to keep the life that she had. So why did she die? Not one to fly out. She loved him. She loved him, and she loved the life that they had. I just heard, before I even show these, I heard Mama didn't raise no fool. Fertility and wisdom in reverse. Yeah, like she knew that doing that was not in her best interest. Balance, fertility. Emotionally unbalanced. I'm wondering if there's a mental health history here. Balance. So you see, infertility in reverse. I'm wondering if Kim Porter committed suicide. And they covered it up. Why would she do that? This is where it may take a turn, I feel. I'm just going to cut it this last time and we'll start pulling. Solar plexus chakra. Oh my God. I believe that Kim Porter was suffering from some sort of mental illness. And I feel like she didn't want to admit it. She thought that she could deal with it herself. Movement, choices, and decisions in reverse. Yeah, she felt like she was in prison. Solar plexus chakra. Her life, although was, I would say, financially stable, was not emotionally fulfilling for her. I think she may have committed suicide. And the pneumonia was a cover-up. So as what? Not to tarnish her name, I would assume, and hurt the children. I'm gonna pull down. I think that's where it's going here. Has nothing to do with Diddy in a tell-all book. Partnerships and alliances. Throat chakra. I feel like, what's at the bottom? Destiny. Yeah, I feel like she was in love with Diddy, and perhaps he wasn't like in love with her the way that she wanted to. I feel like the way she spoke about him was the way that she truly felt about him. Emotional withdrawal. She was depressed. Good, not another one. Emotional loss. Triumphant success. She wanted to get rid of her. She wanted to get rid of, like, her depression. Light. People knew about her, knew about this. I feel like she decided that she, like, no longer wanted to be a part of this world, which is mental conflict in reverse. Excuse me. She did not want to feel any more mental conflict. Financial and material changes. Something going on with the money. She was upset about her financial situation. I wonder if Diddy was cutting her off. Maybe that's the reason why, actual reason why she was writing the book. She needed money. Harmony. Yeah, I think that I know she had a boyfriend, I'll be sure. I think that was a cool relationship, a good relationship. I feel like she had no hard feelings towards Diddy. Third eye chakra. Someone was pulling away from her, and she was watching it happen. Intuition. And she knew this loss was going to cause financial changes. She could feel it. This makes me feel like someone was getting in between her and Diddy. And I feel like it was causing a problem. Could be the boyfriend. I'll be sure. Recognition award. Someone will have to tell me how long they were together. Because this is making me feel like it's new. They were getting along. I think it was causing a problem with Diddy. He was like starting to make her life difficult. The feeling I get is like they were like I think they had like a pact or something, like no matter what they were always gonna be like tight. And I feel like this new relationship was complicating the relationship. And money, I feel like Diddy was using money, or she felt like he was gonna use money to hurt her, because she was moving away from his grasp. Yeah, my death card. Spiritual strength. So, she wanted to leave, like leave the inner circle. And he was like messing around with her money. And like interfering with her life. Like he was like controlling her, and I think it was because of this. Some relationship, I assume romantic. And he felt like he was gonna lose her. And then her death happened. Foundations and achievements. I feel like this represents like their pact, like the bond that they had created, her and Diddy. Stand your ground. Yeah, like she was pulling away. Look at love begins. This could even represent like a newfound love for herself, you know? I'm not feeling murder yet. Accelerated motion. Yeah, like all of a sudden she was like pulling away from him. Or he was doing that to her. Okay, this makes more sense now. Like, I think he was doing that to her. He was pulling away from her because it's like, I see you withdrawing, I realize it, I see it, and I want it back. I wonder if he was like gonna throw her out of her house. And like she was like in desperate need of money. Okay, that's what I think it is. Look at that, temptation. Like in light of what we are seeing today with Diddy, it would seem like Kim may have been a burden to him because he's like living this life and he's not backing down from it. So it makes me feel like at some point in their relationship, the way in which Diddy behaved towards Kim changed, and he was all about living this life of, we'll say, debauchery, right? And he wasn't backing down, and that was causing him to pull away from her, and he started messing with her money, or she knew he started messing with her money, and she couldn't prove it, but he was also interfering in her life decisions. I think he may have been like stalking her and like sabotaging her. I feel like he was like torturing her. Look at heartache and loss. Love begins, heartache and loss. There was a new relationship that came about that caused the ending of her relationship with Diddy. I don't necessarily feel like it's love though. I feel like it was like an offer that you can't refuse. And it caused heartache and loss. So the feeling I get is that Kim Porter committed suicide because Diddy put the pressure on her. I feel like he was interfering with her money. I think he was doing something with the house. And he pressured her. And I feel like the diagnosis, because the reason why the diagnosis of pneumonia seems so strange is because it's a lie. It's actually to cover for the fact that she actually offed herself. But I guess suicide would raise even more questions. Like, why is this woman who has a seemingly, blessed life just off herself, right? Yeah, look at that. Moving on. He was kicking her out of the house. Like, she couldn't handle it. The rejection. Especially because they were so close. They were like, I would say, two peas in a pod at one time. I think like the people that know her are privy to her talking about how stressed she was because Diddy was putting pressure on her. Kicking her out, messing with her money, interfering in her life decisions. Because he wanted her to, I think, accept this lifestyle that he was now engaged in and wouldn't back down from. And she was not about it. And he was trying to force her, I think, into a place where she was cool with it. But she was not cool with it, but she wasn't going to out him or air out all his dirty laundry. She was not going to do that. But he must have been worried that she might. She must have been a good soul, right? And he started looking at her like a liability when that was not the case. Positive movement forward. Yeah, it's like we have this problem. How are we going to fix it? I don't think he intended on her dying though. But I feel like he could see the strain he was causing her. And he didn't stop. He wanted her like submitted to his plans and his goals, and she was not. But she wasn't gonna out him to the public. Yeah, he was trying to kick her out of a house. He used kicking her out of a house as a tactic. Power. Choose wisely. Yeah. It's like he wanted her into submission because like I feel like he was dealing with like really powerful, dangerous people. And if she was going to cause an issue, she was going to cause an issue not only for herself, but for him as well. So he felt like he needed to, like, get her under control. And she was causing, like, a stink about it. But she wasn't going to out him to the public. New beginnings. Yeah. She was, like, in rebellion, I would say, against him. And he started making her life a living hell. That she could not cope with. And I don't think it's actual murder, but I think that he pushed her into it by his actions, because he would not let her live her life in a normal manner because she was in opposition to his lifestyle. And he wanted to control her so that he could not worry about himself and what she may do. I feel like he wanted to show her, like, this is how powerful I am. I can do this, I can interfere with this, I can do this, I can do this. And that's what he was doing to her. Messing around with her, the little things in her life, and possibly the big things like her house, to show her that he was in control. He knew where she went, what she ate, who she was talking to, yada, yada, yada. And she just got to the point where she couldn't take it anymore. I just heard he threatened the kids. I feel like she may have gotten to the point where she just decided that it would be better off if she were gone, because she could not live her life that way. So did he kill her? I don't think so. Did he push her into it? Absolutely. Did she die of pneumonia? No. I feel like she died by her own hand after significant, I would say, abuse, torment, torture, that sort of thing from him. So that's the end of my reading, and I will see you guys next time, and you guys leave your comments and let me know what you think. Okay, bye.